to get to me bench and do any RCing with all that there. Ah, it's better. Right, I'm going to fit the body, the shell, onto this car now, because well, I've never done it. But anyway, let's answer a few questions. I've answered in the comments, but any of you others that may be wondering, can't I use my other 2.4 gigahertz transmitter on this car? No, because that other 2.4 gigahertz transmitter went to the petrol truggy, and that's what I swapped for this. So obviously I don't have that transmitter anymore. The guy that has the truggy has the transmitter, so I can't use that. No. So if I could, that would be brilliant, but I can't. Apparently a lot of people have had a lot of very good experiences with this particular buggy and with this very cheap transmitter, but you see I haven't. So, you know, what can I say? It seems to be everything that I get that Nitro Tech sell, because I know that this truck came from Nitro Tech because of some of the paperwork that's inside the box, wherever the box has gone. The box is up there. So it appears to be that everything that I have got that's come from Nitro Tech, whether it's sold elsewhere, this particular one come from Nitro Tech, doesn't seem to work. So I just believe that Nitro Tech sell crap, and you know, just don't go to Nitro Tech, for God's sake, just don't go there. Plus their customer service is rubbish and rude. By the way, if any of you lot are in the UK, you've got to be in the UK, because otherwise shipping costs is going to be a fortune for the price of this. But if any of you have got a spare one of these that will bind with my radio gear in the car, and you want to sell it for, you know, just let me know, because I probably will buy it, because for a new one I'm looking at 50 quid, and I don't want to be spending 50 quid just to use this buggy really at this time, because I could spend a lot less money to get my HPI truck running, my Savage running. So if anyone's got one of those and they want to sell it and they'd be happy to help me out by selling it to me, please just let me know and we'll see if we can do a deal, because it would be nice to use this, but I just don't want to spend 50 quid on the transmitter if I don't, you know, it just doesn't really, not something I want to do at the minute. But anyway, let's look at getting this body on here. Now I can't remember what I'd done the last time I probably did a video on it actually, but the last time I did something with this, I didn't want to put, well, what was it? I can't remember if I wanted to or if I didn't or if I couldn't, I don't know, but I didn't drill the holes. I think I didn't want the pins coming up, although I do like the pinned look, but I think I was trying to copy other people, because at the particular time when I got into this, I was really into the RC drifting, which I still am. I just don't have any friends that like it and it's boring going on my own. But everyone was doing the body mounts with the Velcro and not with the pins, so I think that's what I tried to copy them. I've got my lights taped in there. Look, that tape's come off. That's not very good, is it? I'll have to sort that out, I suppose. Yeah, so I've got my Velcro in there. Now I've got to try and find, oh look, it's over here. I thought I'd lost my Velcro for a minute. There's my Velcro. Got my Velcro strips that I'm going to have to cut down. So there's a little bit of Velcro there. That's the prickly side. So all I've got to do is get my Gorilla Glue out, glue my other Velcro strip onto here, and one onto there, and then I should be well away. I should be able to just stick it on. I don't know why I don't know if I've done that, or if, I can't remember. I don't even remember doing that. Why have I stuck 2 bits of Velcro there? Maybe it's to line it up properly. I can't remember. Oh no, my bumper's coming off. Look. Now it's been so long since I've done anything with this particular car. I can't remember what I did and what I didn't do. So hey ho. I have just noticed as well that I don't know whether they've fallen off, but the wing mirrors have decided to come off. Oh well. I do love this shell though. That is the tits. I'm glad I went with that design and picked that. That's the nuts, man. Love it. Right, let's get the old Gorilla Glue out. Where is it? Gorilla Glue. It's the only. I don't really need Gorilla Glue because it doesn't need to be that strong, but it's the only glue that I've got. I don't have any super glue, so Gorilla Glue it is. Sweet, let's get going. Oh mate, I've done it, look. I didn't realise it. I might still need to use the Gorilla Glue if they don't hold on there and stay, but I didn't actually realise it. But this Velcro here that I've gone and found actually has got an adhesive backing on it. So all I had to do was peel that off. So all I had to do was peel the backing off and stick it on and we're away. But it might not hold very well, and I might put the shell on, go to take the shell off, and it might pull that off with it. I don't know yet. So I might still have to Gorilla Glue it on. We don't know yet. We'll have to see, wait and see and find out. But let's put the old shell on and see what it looks like, shall we? Holy shit! Look at that! Woo! Oh, I'm well happy with that. It's not perfectly lined up. I think that back wheel's sticking out a bit more further than that back wheel is. That's obviously the problem that you get when you don't use pins. When you use these, it can only go in one way, can't it? You know, you can only put that shell on in one position because that's where the holes are. You can only put it in where the holes are. But when you ain't got that, you've got to line it up perfectly each time. Otherwise you get one wheel poking out a little bit more than the other one. But I suppose when this is ragging around the drifter, the drift track going wow, you know, and hitting other cars and hitting everything, because I hit everything as it is, it ain't really going to matter too much, is it, I suppose? Garage R. I think the guy that was running Garage R has stopped now, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, I'm pretty pleased with that, actually. Pretty pleased. It needs a clean. It needs a bloody clean. Look at that. But I do want to go down the old multi-storey car park and do a bit of drifting, actually. I might do that this weekend. What batteries we got? Let's see what happens when I go to take this shell off. I should point out that I left that Velcro stuck on that mounts for about half an hour in between me sticking it on and putting the shell on, so that the glue on that adhesive backing has had enough time, hopefully, to stick itself. So let's go to my bumper's weaker than the Velcro. It's still stuck on the front and on the back. Holy moly, it worked. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. If it comes off, I'll just stick some more on there. What battery we got in here? I bet I've gone and left the LiPo in there. I bet I didn't discharge it. What we got? Here, we got a LiPo in there. Come on. Bit of rust. It's gone rusty, look. For God's sake. Look at all that dirt. I'll tell you why it's dirty. Because I used to, back in the day, I say back in the day, about more than 4 years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, when I bought this car, where did I buy it from? I bought it from Heaps RC Models, which is actually closed about 8 months ago, unfortunately. They were over in, where were they, in Rayleigh or somewhere. They've actually closed now, but I bought it from there about 4 years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago. Edging the Model was 5 years ago, when I used to go out and do a lot of street racing in the real cars. We used to go out street racing and we'd have our RC drift cars in the boots, and we used to go to car parks and drift around the car parks with the RC cars. Now that's why this is so dirty, because we used to go in the multi-storey car parks, and obviously it's filthy in there on the floor, isn't it, you know, and we used to just drift around, you know, like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, drifting around the multi-storey car parks with these little things after we'd finished racing. But hey ho, that's the way it goes. So this dirt, that dirt on there is about 5 years old, that dirt. So what we got? I've gone and left a LiPo in here, look. I know, but, oh, hello. I probably didn't discharge it. It's probably, well, it's probably no good anymore. Drift spec, apparently. High discharge LiPo battery. It wasn't a bad one, was it? Blimey, I'll have to put the old checker in it and see how much power that's got. Now I might give it a couple of cycles, try and get it back into life. All that dirt and fluff in there, look. Blimey, man. I did do it. That has done a lot actually. That car. I've got some more batteries. I've got another LiPo. What's this? Oh, it's my compression tester. Get back in there. Right. What we got? What we got? What we got? For God's sake! Look, what's this all about? Stuff everywhere here. Right. Ah, that's the battery that come with it. That's just an ordinary battery. It's not a LiPo. But they're always fun and games. What's this? Oh, that's the box that LiPo came in. Oh, look, we've got another one here. It's not a LiPo though, is it? I don't think. Is it a LiPo? No, I don't think it is. I can't see. I'll use my realise. No, it ain't a LiPo. Right. Oh, look. What's this one here? Look. We'll go over here, shall we? We'll go over here and have a look. It's in there's something in this LiPo bag, so I'm guessing it's probably going to be a LiPo battery. The Velcro on these things are super strong. Like. I'm trying to do it with my weak little fingers. It's difficult. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's 2 batteries in here. Why is there 2 batteries in here? I didn't even know I had so many batteries. What we got here? Look. Bloody hell. Is that a good battery? I can't get a focus on it. This needs me realise. That's a LiPo. It's only a 3000 though. Right. 20C. What's this one? 20C. I'll tell you what, this camera's getting on my nerves, man. It don't focus on nothing. This one. What have we got here? Oh, this was the one that's oh. I swear there's meant to be some wires somewhere. Should be some wires for it. Oh, there they are. I thought I'd lost the wires then for a minute. I was going to panic a little bit. This one was the tits. This battery cost me 70 quid. I remember buying it. I've even got the box. The box is up there in that box for the car. 70 quid this battery cost me. It's supposed to have been the tits. So it's supposed to, well, I don't know if it is. It's a 30C. Apparently, it's the biggest battery that this ESC, or this unit in here, can take without blowing all that up and getting it too hot. Well, that's what I was told at the time anyway. Because I was like, when I bought this car, I was using just this battery that come with it. Obviously, we're a LiPo. And I was like, oh, is there anything I can do to make it quicker? So the guy in the shop was just like, yeah man, you can have a bigger battery, you can put a bigger motor in it and better servo, steering servo. So I put a better steering servo in it. I got the old one in the box. Don't know what makes this steering servo. I didn't put a new motor in it. It's already got the brushless Maverick motor. So I was like, oh, I'll keep that for the time being. And I got this battery which was supposed to have been the biggest one that it can take. So 30C battery. So this is probably knackered because it's sat in this bag in that drawer now for about 4 years. Well, I'll tell you the truth, when I started up this channel I think I did charge it up, and I think I used it when I tried to make my own drift track in the garden, but it's sat ever since, and I didn't discharge it, I didn't do anything with it, didn't leave it half charged like you meant to. So I've got 3 LiPo batteries and 2, I don't know what they are. Then it might be nickel cadmium or whatever, I don't know. Didn't look. They're probably all dead, unfortunately. But I'm gonna get the old LiPo charger going before the weekend and try and get them going. Hopefully we go out and do a bit of drifting, if nothing else, because I did want to use this. Can't do it for reasons you know of. I've got a new battery for this coming. It only cost me about 4 quid. A cheapo battery, but it would do. It would do. They didn't sell them anymore. I had to get one. It was old stock, so we better go out. But I really want to go out in a multi-story and do a bit of drifting with this. So hopefully we'll be well away. I'm well happy I got that shell on. That's the tits. Whoa! What we got here? Look, we got 2S. We're gonna focus. Oh yeah, we're gonna focus. Let's change that to that cell. Cell 1. Come on. Here we go. Right, cell 1. Apparently we've got 19% charge. Cell 2 has also got 19%, so at least we've got an even charge across both the cells on that one. Let's see what the other one has. That's that one, by the way, in case you was wondering. Right, over to this one now. This one apparently has, let's have a look, cell. Well, at least we've got cell 1 also has a 2% charge, and so does cell 2. Oh, 3%. Oh, that was going up for 3 now. Might be extremely low, probably too low. However, at least it's even. It's not good when it ain't even. It's got to be balanced, man. It's got to be balanced. Holy moly! There we go. This one, this is my good battery that's meant to be the tits. It cost me 70 bloody quid. It's got 65%. Why does it always go to cell 2 first? That's weird, isn't it? Cell 1 has 65%. Well, you know what cell 2's got. We just saw it. 65%. Oh, 66. Bloody hell, we're going up. 65, 66, 65. Not quite balanced. But I will admit, I won't lie to you lot. When I first got this battery, I didn't have the balance thingy for my charger. So I was charging it and not balancing it at the same time. Some of you lot are going to absolutely die now and go and kill yourselves because you're just going to be like, oh my god, you've absolutely just broken the cardinal rule. But I did do that. But then I bought the balancer thing and I charged it balanced forever after that. But at least we're within 1% on each cell. 65, 66. So that one's probably going to be alright, that battery. These two might be completely mashed. I don't know yet. We'll stick them on charge and see what happens. Sweet!